Okay, hi everyone, it's Sheress, and today what I'm going to do is give you a high-level overview of Ruby AI and why I chose this platform over the many, many, many that are out there, and then show you a few things. I'm not going to go probably into stacking and building like I do sometimes, but I really wanted to give that overview. And version 2 is coming, and so a lot of what I would show you how to do might be changing in version 2. Version 2 is on steroids. Like I am like just blown away at the things we're going to be able to do with version 2. So for starters, those of you who know me know I'm all into tech and automations, and I've been using AI for a lot of years. I know, it came about recently, but we've been using it for a long time, and automations as well. And so there are so many platforms out there, but the reason I chose, I say the reason, there's never just one reason, but some of the reasons I chose Ruby AI is they are doing a lot like we are doing with Pipeliner, and what High Level is doing as a platform is they are bringing in the best of the best. Like they're not claiming to be the one best for this. They are bringing in, just like High Level has done, like bringing in all these different apps and third-party things to be able to give us like this one platform. Well, Ruby AI is doing the same thing. They're bringing in one platform that's including most of our AI needs. Right now, from being able to, yes, use the chat. The difference between the chat on Ruby and like the regular chat on ChatGPT is it is live. So versus the free ChatGPT, I can't remember the date that it stopped collecting data. So really when you're working with that AI that's not the paid version, it's based on data that's like old already. And so Ruby AI is active, is live. When we get version 2, it's going to give you the option to search all of like cloud and chat and all the paid ones. So it's going to integrate like 4 different of the most like used chat versions of AI, which is pretty awesome. We'll be able to just go there and say, okay, I want to see it through one versus the other. Um, the other thing that the best thing about it, one of the best things about it is that when they roll things out too, it's built on like the modules, for instance. You don't have to, when we use chat, we really have to, or chat GPT, we really have to think about the prompts and how we want to question and ask so that we can get the results we want. And oftentimes you're going back and forth, or, if you're not really good at engineering the prompts and sending and asking the things, you're not going to get all the best results out of it. And so with Ruby, there are modules specifically for different things, for business plans, for marketing, for ebooks, for um, sales, for writing blogs, for health. I'm going to show you. So actually, I do want to show you that one because it's pretty impressive. For all of you who are in the health and wellness industry, they can do meal plans. It could do exercise plans, all based on information that you put in it. So the modules are already there. You can use it for, gosh, there's so much. I'll show you in a minute. The other thing that I love is it has a module called Ghost and an SBI audit. So those are 2 separate modules that most of the ones out there don't have. SBI is spy. And so when you're using AI, right now, a lot of Google and all the platforms, they know what's written by AI. It can be detected. So one of the things that they have in there is you can put your copy that AI creates. Obviously, it's going to sound AI, but what I suggest is when you do create copy, that you go in and you customize it somewhat and you change it up, right? Because we don't want to rely on AI. You're going to add all this stuff, or maybe it's just going to give you that creativity to be able to like not think about what you say. Typically, when I'm going to write something, a post, an email, I'll just talk to the chat. I'll just, type it all in, what's on my mind and what I would like to say. And then it gives it to me in such like greatly worded that I didn't have to think about all the creativity. It adds in stuff I hadn't thought of based on what's out there and the knowledge it has. And so a lot of times like, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. And then I'll take it and start to rewrite it or rewrite a few sentences and make it sound more like me. Over time, it starts to gather, your voice and all that too. But then you can run it in the SBI audit to see if it's detected as AI, and it actually scores it. And so if it has a high score, you have two options. You can just go back and keep rewriting, like change some things out, rewrite some things, or you can run it in the other program called Ghost, and Ghost is a ghostwriter. So, and then you could say, I want 3 versions or 5 versions. The cool thing about the ghostwriter is you don't even just have to use it for the spy, like to rewrite it. Let's say you have a really good copy and now you want to post it in different platforms, a little different, you could throw that in there and have it give you all these different options. So now you could have something for Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, and same message, just written differently, which I think is pretty cool. There is on the social media posts module where you can pick whether it's Instagram or Facebook, and it'll also tell you, be able to write specifically for those platforms. So that's there. The other thing is the images. So I don't know if you're familiar with AI images, but there's a few platforms that are very, very common out there that you have to purchase their software, their monthly subscription, like Dolly 3 and some of the other ones. And so now 2 of them are already inside Ruby with more to come. So they're already integrating some of the others that are already out there. So within Ruby, you can create images. You can prompt Ruby to help you write the right thing so that you can get the images that you want. And then you can create them in all the different ones to see if you want it more animated or if you want it portrait and real, or, there's all these different versions. So that's super awesome. Next, there's a few things coming out that's going to blow our minds, but they are working on audio and voiceovers. So there's also many platforms that if we wanted to do this, we'd have to have another subscription. And so now you're going to be able to create copy, have it if you want the audio to get done for you so that you can like just load it up on social. But the other thing is, or an ebook that you could have just read. So you don't have to be the voice of your ebook. You can even put an ebook audio together with what's coming soon. And then what was I thinking? Oh, and then eventually down the pipeline is to incorporate, okay, I got the copy, I got the video, the images. You'll be able soon, I'm just gonna give you a spoiler alert, to create videos and then get it ready for social, like edit videos in the app, having AI help you edit it. So there's no platform out there that's incorporating all of this, and it's pretty amazing. So I'm going to give you I'm going to share my screen and give you a quick overview on Ruby. And basically it's based on a monthly subscription. There's 15, 25, and 50 if you come in as like a brand affiliate. And then those are the price points, $15, $25, and 30. But I don't suggest the $15 because you're limited to be able to create images. And everyone I know that I brought on so far, their social medias are like their pages are looking amazing because they're creating a lot of the images for their posts and their pages. And I'll show you something that I just helped someone create the other day. It was so exciting. But basically you get a certain amount of credits per month. I came in right when they launched. I wasn't part of the founders launch, which I was bummed about, but I came in, and so I get quite a bit of credits. And so these are word credits. So right now I can run, I can ask it, I can go through modules, and depending on how many words it brings me back, then it takes it from my words. And then these credits are for images and like the SBI audit. And so these run differently, and you'll see different places where it'll say it takes a credit or it takes 3 credits or something. So modules is the one thing I was talking about. And so I'm going to start there and I'll show, well, actually, no, I love to start with the persona. So I'm going to start with persona. I wish they had this first. So earlier today in one of the trainings, we were talking about knowing your target audience, your persona, really being clear on who you, you target. Well, this Personify is another software that can be purchased, separately and but brought into here as one. What it does, it allows you to just type in, first you have 3 ways to just type in everything about you, about the services you're offering or anything, what your objectives, your goals are. You can put in a URL. So let's say somebody is doing something that, and they're doing it, they've got a lot more followers or they're a lot more successful than where you're at the moment. Because you know what they say, right? We always model the people who are doing it and already at where we want to be at. So you can put their website in here, extract all, it pulls up and extracts all their data in here, and then we'll analyze and tell you who their target audience is, and it'll give you a persona. So the other thing is you could do it from a social media page, and so it'll tell you based on their persona. So what does that look like? Let's see. Let me find, well, somebody want to throw their website in here and we can do it really quick? First one to put it in the chat, we'll put it in and see who your persona is. If not, I'll find one and just do it with anyone. No takers? Okay. Oh, whoops.
I'd do it, Sherist. I can't
Okay.
figure out how to type in the
Oh,
chat. I'm on my
perfect.
phone. I'm sorry.
What is your website?
Simplebotanicals.com.
Did I do that right? Let me just, it's always best to make sure you get the right URL. Awesome.
That's the one.
There you go. What's the chat? Okay. So what it's doing is it's going to extract, it's scraping through her website right now, and it's going to pull out all the copy, all the words. This is a really good way to spy on the competitors, right? And this is also a good way to make sure that who you say who your target audience really is. I talk about this example. It's so funny. One of the ladies, she did hers, and the persona came out to be a man, like a man, even named him Dave, and said that he was, like gave all this information about him. And she was like, oh my God, now I know why I don't target women. I keep getting all these men, but yet I want women. Those are the kind of clients I want. But it so happened to be that was the guy's name and like what he does and all of his interests, his age and everything. So it's pretty interesting how it could scrape the internet, and somehow her website was tied to him as who he, the way he wrote and what he would like. So it's really interesting to be able to capture that. Oh, it didn't bring in too much. Why not? Could choose option simple botanic add to cart. Let me go and look really quick. Oh, I see, because it's cart. Okay, so I need a little more info then. Does this say enough of the services you provide?
It's a herbal product. I make herbal products. So it says some of the services, but there might not be enough info there.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's just put it a little herbal products. So I make herbal products for anything I could add.
For general wellness, not for anything in particular, for any ailment, all ailments.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. So it might not give us too much because it doesn't have a lot for it to understand, but I don't know. Let's check. So it named it Wellness Enthusiast Wendy is who it says it's targeting based on that. The voices are informative, supportive, and empowering. The tones, the demographic is saying 25 to 45, diverse ethnicity, background, college educated, single or in a relationship without children. Usually that just means there wasn't any type of any focus for children on there. If not, it would say. But by the way, a lot of these you can still edit. So you can say with or without children if you want it. Middle to upper class, urban, prefers online communication via social media and email, influenced by recommendation from wellness influencers, scientific research. How this is helpful is now how you start to do your outreach in your social media that people want to hear, people who are buying these type of things are very influenced by those influencers out there. And research. So maybe if you're not doing a lot of scientific research or talking about that a little bit, you may want to add that. And then personal experience. By the way, every time I've done this, it's been so different. And, I don't know if that resonates, if that sounds like potentially who your customers would be, what they'd be doing, but there's something to try. Like it's valuable. So it builds this persona. It says what they're valued, the people they value natural and holistic approaches to wellness. They're seeking to enhance their overall well-being, and they follow wellness blogs, listen to health podcasts, and read herbal remedy books. So those are little clues on things that, potentially maybe an ebook on herbal remedies would be something that would draw more people into your business. Having a podcast or speaking on podcasts might be something, getting some of those and doing blogs. So this is where, or the other idea to this is, what like I said, who can you connect with that do have those places so that your information can be shared? Like who has a big podcast on wellness that maybe you can get on one day and talk about your products and what you do. So this right here, I'm just going to save it really fast. And what this does is every time now I want to write something or I want to create something that in marketing or sales or any part, I can pull in this persona now, and I don't have to tell it every single time that this is who I target. You can change it too if there's other methods, right, that you'd like to add. But this is probably one of the pieces I use all the time. I probably have like 30 different personas, and depending on, what it is that I'm going to write or an email I'm going to do, I pull in a persona and then it writes towards that person and what they want to hear and see, and, changes the voice a little depending on those things. So that's one of my favorite ones. You save that once it's updated wherever I go in a module. So now the next thing I do is there's lots of pre-built modules in here to help you create. Like the thing about, like, I've never felt so creative until now, because I could just come in here with my thoughts, my ideas, what I want exactly, and then it'll create for me. And at least that usually triggers a lot more creativity than I would have initially had going in. So let's say I want to write, well, one of my favorite ones, I don't know if I went over this the other day, is the one-shot social. You can see things this way, the bubbles. You can come in here and you see there's SEO, there's business modules in here. If you're doing any Google stuff, Amazon, website copy, all sorts of stuff. There's writing, marketing. You can also look at this on a list, which sometimes is a lot easier. And then when you click on that, you can see all the different modules that are available, or you could just search. So one of the things I use a lot, it's called One Shot. Oops, I'm going to go social media. One shot social post. And then all you have to do is just say, use this module. And what you do with that persona we just did, oops, was the wellness enthusiast. So now it's going to give me the drop downs of those, the voice and the tone. So let's just say, we want to go with supportive. Oops, we're going to go English. And the tone wants to be educational. We'll just stick with that. And so now this will everything I write, I could say, who am I speaking to at this moment? Maybe next time I'm going to speak to a different personas. Maybe it's somebody to carry your products, right? So you'd build a persona for supply or people who will sell, right? Or something, but you can create a persona for that. And then your copy and your wording is going to be a lot different. So here I have 1,500 characters to use to tell it what do I want? Like what's the background around here? So let me see. Let's just say so you sell, create, and sell what was it again? Well, oh shoot. Botanicals?
The website, yeah, it's botanicals, it's herbal medicine.
Okay, we'll call it herbal medicine slash botanicals. For any and all health issues or something like that.
Sure.
And so you just keep giving it like, let's say, uh, spring allergies, are affecting people. And do you have a product for that?
I do have an
Okay,
allergy sinus blend.
what's the name of it?
Allergy sinus.
All right. Okay. Allergy. And tell me a little bit about it. Allergy and allergy sinus.
That is the little bit about it. It supports congested, it clears out congestion and supports allergies, can be useful even with asthma. Yeah, that's in brief.
So with asthma, and clears out congestion.
Mm-hmm.
So it's springtime. So springtime, and it's time to get your remedy. So this is how I'll use it a lot of times. It'd be like, okay, this is kind of what I would say. Just, just quick. I don't want to like spend a lot of time. And so now it's going to create a post for me. Hey there, busy bees. As a herbal medicine creator, I understand the struggle of spring allergies. If you're seeking relief from allergies and sinus, my herbal, botanical blend is here to help. Perfect for those with asthma. So I just took that and like added the emojis, gave me this stuff. So literally I could just go ahead and post this if I want. I'm actually going to save this one so I could send it to you. Oh, here, actually, what I'll do here. Never mind, I'll put it in my little thing here. And if there's anything I don't like about it, I can change it. I could do whatever. But what I was telling you is I could also take this and now take it up into the, hold on. I got out of the wrong one because my screen, come on, where are you? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. SBI audit. I could come in here and I could actually, wow, my screen is weird. I can't see my whole screen. Okay, here. Paste that here and then add it to run the audit. And this is where you'll see it'll take a credit. So if you're going to run the audit, now again, I would normally write it, but I want to or rewrite a little bit or change it into something I would normally say, but I could run the audit and it's running. And it'll give us a detection of if it felt it was AI detected or plagiarism was there or how the ease of like how to read it is. And it'll highlight the areas to tell you which areas weren't as easy to read. I don't want to hold this up. Sometimes this does take a little while. And then, like I said, you can ghost write. So those are some of the things. That's taking a little while. Okay, I'll let that run and then we'll move on to another and I'll go back in a second. So anyway, lots of modules, right? I don't want to spend, that was just one module of all of these. All you have to do is put a little bit in and it's going to give you whatever that module says that it creates. The other thing is the virtual studios. And this, like, I am not as good at this part as some other people are. Some people are just creating some amazing things. But my friend wanted me to help her with something for her website. And she explained this image and ended up loving, like you tell AI what you want. She wanted something heart-centered. Let me see if I could find the first one. So this is one that happened. She said she wanted something heart-centered. She wanted it to be like a goddess type feeling. She has red hair, so she wanted red hair. She also wanted like mystical and magic and all sorts of stuff. So the first round came up with these. And then once we created that, I took a picture of her and we swapped her face with it. And so now she's in the goddess picture in her face. I did it on this one. It didn't look that great, but she ended up going with this one, probably for her website, might do. But these are her pictures in an image that Ruby created based on what we told it we wanted. And so it has this face swap here that's still getting better and better, but it's just amazing how we can create these fun images and then put our faces in there or put somebody else's face in there, as long as we have permission, though, that we do have to be careful about. So this image creator right now, oh, Midjourney, these are two of the big image creators out there that have separate subscriptions. So when you can use them, and then you could also, like on the Midjourney, you can pick, if you just freestyle whatever you want to give me, realistic portrait, characters, and cartoon. So things like this can be used for ebook covers, for logos. I created a logo for someone the other day just with some prompts. And the other thing, like social posts and having original things is like so fun and amazing. Yeah, that one we didn't like, but this had to do with scales. I was playing around with some images. Sometimes they don't always come out that great, but look at how pretty and colorful and fun some. Oh, this was the logo that we came up with for a cleaning company that's eco-friendly, and they loved it. First try. Sometimes it's not always great the first try. It's all in how descriptive you are and how much info you give it. The more you give the visual side of it, the better those prompts are going to be, or the images are going to come out. And soon we're going to have videos coming too. So it's a lot of cool stuff. Let me check. Do I have any questions before I move on? Oops. Oh, I think Camille might have left. Okay, I will put the in the Facebook group. I'll go ahead and load it over there, the replay. Okay, so chat. Let me go over chat really quick. I use the chat a lot in asking it all sorts of questions like, oh, here we go. So I even asked chat to give me the script or the prompt to use at the beginning so that I could create the image. And so this helped her not have to start from scratch. And so basically, we put in here, give me a prompt to use from Ruby Virtual Studios to create an image. She told me what her inspiration was from, a tarot card deck. And also she wanted somebody to be curvy, her heart coming alive with DNA. Later on, we took out the word DNA out, and then it gave me this. So then we were able to like take some things out of here, and she was able to get the exact thing that she didn't anticipate getting such a beautiful image here. So that's another fun thing to do. And so the chat I use to create so much, like I will ask to give me just today, or over the last couple days, I was playing with my Instagram profile handle and asked it to give me some stuff after I typed in some things, and it just like bullet pointed some of the things that I could put in there. I have I can respond. Like I use it to like, hey, somebody just sent this, respond to my, give me a good response for that message. There's actually a module that does that as well. So that's pretty cool. So if you're not sure and you want to keep like, how do you engage? You can use the different modules for different engagement. And yeah, so the business one has so many different things. Like if you're putting products, even if it says Amazon product feature, I use this one to help me write a product feature just to put on my website. I use the marketing strategy a lot. I use for this is Google My Business event post, but I'll use this one for events like to help me out or to post like offers. So I don't take every single thing. It does work better with Google My Business, but if it's working with Google My Business, it's got the right SEO and all that in there. You can have frequently asked questions generated. I mean, there's just so many. There's press releases, headlines, product descriptions. I love the startup brand identity. I demoed that in one of the ones recently, and it actually even gave us like what kind of logo could you create. So you could actually use this for like a new course or a new membership or a new offering or new product and give that its own identity and be able to create the logo and all that stuff off of that. So let me see. Well, I'm going to pause. I know I don't want to like overwhelm anyone if this is, but what I do want you to see is like how this can spark your creativity, how this could help you get more done in less time because you're using, the tool. I'll be honest, like I literally had it help me with my homework from the school that I'm taking right now. I had it like, I was just like asking it to give me all this stuff. You can also personalize it. So for instance, if you're, when you're posting it, you can say, this is for somebody to help them with this element or that, like we did a minute ago. You can tell it when you're using the chat. I will tell it like, pretend you're a regenerative health practitioner. What do they believe about XYZ? And so it's searching the web or it has all that information. And so a lot of your posts on educating and stuff can be pulled out from here. It's pretty cool. Like I'm loving this tool a lot. What I will tell you is that this is, I think, the first one on the market to be like a network marketing company. And because one of the owners, he comes from that background. And I had never been in network marketing. So I didn't even go in here trying to build a business around it. I just wanted to use the tool. And I'm really now getting more involved in that. And I think it's absolutely amazing that we could get paid, because I used to refer all sorts of software to people all the time, and that we could actually help people create better content and copy and support them in this type of model. I think it's amazing. So if anyone is interested in first the pricing, I'll show you what it looks like. So if you're coming in as I have it as distributor right here. It's $5 more if you're not coming in as a distributor, but you don't have to do anything. You could come in as a distributor and never refer it to anyone currently. That is changing soon. So if you want to come in with version 2, everyone's going to come in as a user. And unless you bring people on, then like you'd have to bring in 2 people on before they turn you over to a distributor. So right now they're grandfathering everybody in. And I will tell you, version 2, the number of words and credits are going to go down. So that's the only reason why I started thinking, oh my gosh, I got to get this out to the people that are joining me in so many things, because everything is changing with the next launch. So to me, it's not enough, the 10 credits, because you can see a really good photo. One of the my Mid-Journey is 4 credits and Dolly is 1 credit. So you could go through these super fast. I'd at least go with the $25 or up. And then you have workspaces, which I didn't go over, but the workspaces You might have saw me toggle a little. I keep different things. So the things I'm doing and writing so that that all stays in one here. My VA team, CRM tech stuff, I go into that workspace and create copy for those particular things so that it's kind of like remembering what the theme is in there and I get better results doing that. Oh, and look, our AI detector came up. So it says it's 72% AI detected. And so it's just saying that, you know, we obviously know we want to get it down to like 25 or under. So this is where we would go put it into the other app or we'd rewrite it, run it again until we got to something that's not being AI detected. It also checks to see if it's been plagiarized or, you know, somebody else was using that. And then the ease of use, it got a 30. So red sentence is too hard to read. So this is really cool because then I would go ahead and take this sentence and maybe turn it and rewrite it or go into the chat and say, hey, rewrite this sentence. I do that all the time. I'll tell it to rewrite it. And I'll even say, so it doesn't get detected by you with the AI, but I just keep playing with it until it comes out to a point that I really, really like. And it doesn't take me long to post. It takes me longer to think of what I'm going to post. By the way, you can post in there. Give me 10 ideas I should post to promote my herbal remedy business. And then you could take each one of those. Okay, write the post for this one. And so you could literally get through and do so much content in so little time. So anyway, so that's that. And then if you want to see, I'm not really good about the comp plans yet because I'm fairly new to all of this and normally would not feel the most comfortable presenting anything like this, but we're here and so I'm doing it. They give 25% on all customer orders, which is, you know, pretty significant. So, you know, if you're bringing in people with you and sharing the tool, 50% on the first one. And then there's the team bonuses and stuff like that. So, and we do have a great team and there's a link here. So what I can do is post this in the comments. I hope somebody couldn't copy the ones the other day. Let me see if you guys are able. Oops, I put it with pricing. There you go. But yeah, so I'm open. Anybody have any questions or we got a few more minutes. If anybody wants me to run anything for you or practice anything, I'd be happy to do that or just have a chat about it. If this is something that you think will help your business, right? Then I definitely jump on before version 2 comes out. But if not, at least you know it's out there and at least you know what the possibilities are as you want to start expanding your businesses and growing your businesses. It's a super great tool. Oops, I didn't look at the chat. Give me a second. Version 2 is coming out within the next couple of weeks, I think. He hasn't given a solid, but he's already started. All of us have already started to see the previews, which basically he's saying he's training us in all of these. He has 3 calls a week. One is on the business. One is on, like I just did a recent training. He had me come in and do a training. It was the only Saturday that we had off with the Institute of Regenerative Health. And so he brought me on to do a training. So on Saturdays, they do trainings. And then another one is a corporate update where he tells us, you know, what's coming on. And then we have like a Facebook team and group and all that, but it's coming soon. They already started like showing us. And so it's pretty exciting. We're all getting really excited. Some of what I showed you, I'll tell you one of the biggest things that like got my eye is that with version 2, you know how like I was saying, you come here and you go there, like it's workflow. Like he's literally like, Sharess, you are going to love this. Your brain is going to love this because literally you can write it and run the SBI, then tell it to create the image. So you'll be able to like do a lot instead of going from one place to the other, which is really neat. And then eventually the long roadmap is to integrate with social media so that when we create it, like have it already posting. And he also is creating workflows for like lead generation and stuff like that, that could then be brought into like your CRMs and the pipeliners and things like that. So him and I are talking about, and I just haven't had time to really reconnect, and he's launching this one, but talking about integrating Pipeliner with Ruby so that we can have some pre-language in there and already like have buttons inside Pipeliner that'll pull this. So that'll only be available for people with subscriptions. But I think that's still way down the road after the version 2 releases, but it's pretty cool. So yeah, it's coming soon. Don't have a solid date, but very soon. Any other questions? Or want to see anything? No, everyone good? Awesome. Well, I do this every week and I'm a brand new here. I thought this was plug and play. Um, Plug and play meaning with what?
So when I joined, I was under the impression that we just put in our information and it generates us a website, and it was all pretty much already put together for regenerative health practitioners, and we just had it up and running.
Yeah, that's for Pipeliner. This is a whole different software that I'm showing.
Oh,
So for,
okay.
This is
so maybe I'm in the wrong meeting.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, it starts in 10 minutes. This is just another software I use to help people create more copy, create more content. Yeah, for some of you, some people might not be part of the institute that are on the call. I'm not sure, I didn't go look, but if you want to go deeper with your copy, if you offer different services or you coach or you have different offerings or different ways, this is just a tool to help you create copy and content and images versus, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Yeah. And yeah, no, it is probably confusing because we have so much going on. So just think of this as like, for everyone, if you think that you need to create copy, content, images, website stuff beyond, just continue, because that's the other thing too, is we also want to customize things and feel comfortable with showing up. You could do video scripts, you could do teaching notes. Every time I do something, I run it through and like, I can ask it to give me some things to highlight about a certain topic. And it could build courses for you. It's pretty cool. So yeah, it is awesome. Thank you for being here and for wanting to see it and see what's possible. That's how I look at it. Just so you could see what is possible out there. There's a lot happening, and I would just want to make sure you all have all the tools. So awesome. All right. If no more questions, then hi, Lindsay. Nice to see your face. And Michelle, we've been together all day, huh? All right. Well, I'm going to get ready. I have another call with our new Institute graduates that are joining Pipeliner. So if you are on that one, that is in 8 minutes, and I will see you there. Bye, everyone.